Howdy there, travelers. This is Octopath Traveler 2. I'm going to be running the Galdera category. So Galdera in this game is a super boss, and unlike in Octopath 1, it does not require you to do any stories, but we only need to complete a few quests to do it. So this category, from the start, we will be pretty much beating the first chapter, and we're only going to be doing one other chapter, and then we're just going to be high rolling it on our way to defeat the mighty super boss Galdi Waldi with pretty low levels and minimal gear. And then with me on my couch, please introduce yourselves.
Hello, I'm Corvimae. I do not run this game, but I did play a whole lot of it. It's very good. You should play it too.
Yeah, I'm frozenflygone. We did commentary as well for Sanjan's FF run. Happy to be back showing off the different categories. It's gonna be awesome.
Alrighty then, so let's get it started. So we can choose from any one of the 8 characters, but we are gonna pick Throne as our starting character. She's the thief. Great character. All right, so without further ado, on Yeehaw, 3, 2, 1, Yeehaw!
Yeehaw! So Galdera, again, as Sanjan said, is the hardest boss in the game. For some context here, I believe I have 58 hours in my primary save. I have not even come close to beating Galdera. Very difficult. And we're doing an hour and a half for you today because Sanjan is unbelievably good at Octopath Traveler 1 and 2.
Yeah, I love seeing this category because it's just fun to see. There's so many things we can use to just get our characters who aren't really going to be leveled up at all to still be powerful enough to defeat that consistently.
Yes.
Yeah, the really cool part is we just don't really do much stories. The stories generally unlock, like when you complete someone's chapters, like, that's unlucky.
Yeah. And Sanjan's so good at it that we can actually see the fight blindfolded. If we get our donations in for that, we have our little septile here. We definitely want to see that happen, so we get those donations in. That's at the end of the run, of course, is the name of the category.
And as a bonus,
get our donations in now.
You'll have to watch as we try to explain it.
Yeah.
So
we have
live commentary from our fellow gamers here.
Oh,
it's going to be a joy. But for those of you who are curious, this is a 2D HD JRPG. And so this is a pretty standard turn-based system. We have a break and boost system here. And these few fights are here to introduce us to the general mechanics here. So as you see here, like they have a set amount of shields. And when they get when they go down to 0 shields, they're in a broken state, which means they take 1.25 times, I think, more damage. And then they can't act. So it's a really cool, like, strategizing type of thing.
I love the battle system in this game.
It's
if you
so
played
good.
Octopath 1, they basically just took that formula and expanded upon it a little bit. We have things called latent power that we will get into a little bit later, but the break and boost system is the same. It's the combat system I loved from 1 is what really encouraged me to play this
very
game too.
importantly, we have 2 times speed up in all fights.
Yes.
Which is the best thing they've ever
That is like
done.
by far the biggest quality of life.
Thank you, Serene, so much.
Every game deserves to have that.
Oh my God, it's so good.
I turned it back to 1 time speed recently, and I was just like, did I really play the game like this?
You also see there's a night and day system too.
Yes.
And we'll get more into it as we go through on, but there's actually like pretty cool effects that are pretty cool, like mechanics that come with
Yeah,
the
Throne specifically has like different stuff that goes on at night. It's, it's really cool.
And we can change between night and day at any time.
Yeah, you just talk
which is a nice thing, even though it's kind of weird because some of the like story is in a couple days this will happen, and then I'm like, I'm gonna mash the R button.
And you'll just see characters come and go as you change from day to. And also the music changes. First of all, I mean the music in this game is incredible. The music change from day to night, how they do that transition is just flawless.
So Sanjan here is using a path action. Every character has 2 path actions now: 1 day action and 1 night action. They're essentially things you could do on the overworld when interacting with characters. And so Throne's is to steal, so we just should steal stuff.
Yeah, steal is kind of like based on your level. So there's kind of like a base, like preferred level for steals, and the higher level you are, the better stealer you are, basically.
Yeah.
There's like different types of path action, and there's like different requirements, or like different versions of them.
There's like the noble version, and then I forget what the other
so like,
half of the characters are called. But
like Agnia can do essentially steal, but you like they just agree to give you the stuff, so it's fully based on level. There's no percent chance. But if you're too low level, you can't do it versus a lower percent chance. So steal is really good because
Steal's really good.
This is the first boss of Act 1.
He's very big.
He is very large.
It's to emphasize that he's a boss.
The boss fights are incredible in this game.
Octopath subscribes to the old school JRPG theory that bosses need to be big guys.
They look mighty big and strong, but we've got some help from us for the power of stones. We throw stones.
Soul Stones are incredibly
They're extremely
useful.
strong.
They're really good in speed runs. They, you know, obviously Shadow Soul Stone we're trying to break with that because of one of its weaknesses, but it just does a flat rate damage that's pretty good, especially early on.
Yep.
Yeah, because especially like we're really low level and we're not going to be grabbing a lot of things. We're going to be later on doing a little pay to win. I hope chat and crowd that you all like pay to win games.
Yeah.
We've got lots of it.
Like those regular attacks were doing like 30 damage, and the Soul Stone was doing 400 damage. If you don't have Soul Stones for that fight, it is a much slower, more drawn out, more tense fight, I would say. You do not need them to get through these fights, but if you're trying to do it quick, they're a great resource for that.
They're huge.
But they are one-time use. Once you use them, they're gone. So we're gonna be collecting more Soul Stones as we go along. When we're traveling in the overworld, there is random encounters. Kind of. Sanjan, you want to explain step counts?
Yeah, so the Octopath has a hidden kind of like step counter. Every time you walk, it'll decrement, and when it gets to 0, it'll hit an encounter. But there are some really interesting changes that have been done for Octopath 1. So like your first encounter happens much fast in an area happens much faster than a second encounter, which makes exploration, like especially in high level areas, a little bit harder because most of the time we're guaranteed an encounter. But generally, we have ways to get around that. So since we completed Throne's chapter, fun fact, the first character you select, you're locked into them until you complete their entire story. So we're stuck with Throne, which is not a bad thing.
The whole time, yeah.
It's very fitting with Throne's story arc, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you notice Sanjan's to be walking in between regions. That's to reset that step counter to try to reduce the encounters that we're going to run into.
Yeah.
Because every time we run into an encounter, that's time we're not moving towards our objective.
Yep.
Yeah, generally generally we'll tag a place so that we avoid encounters, as well as because we need to, when we tag an area, we can, or like a town, we can go there like later on, which we are going to be going there later on. So we're going to pick up our friendly neighborhood scholar here, Mr. Oswald. He's going to be our wrong category. He's going to be here for. He's going to be our other main damage dealer along with Throne, and we're going to randomly mug a person. Fun fact: if you fail to mug a person, you don't lose your reputation, probably because the guards don't care.
Yeah. Interesting.
So yeah, there's different way. This is another way to get items off of somebody, and this is essentially you have to win a one-on-one battle.
Yeah, so we mugged that guy because that guy has a lot of money.
That's important for us.
And then here's the first little, fun % game of chance. I need clerics to appear here, and then it's a 15% chance, and my world record is 42.
42 changing the...
Oh my goodness.
That's
so, we get to
a good time for donations.
Yeah, well, you can read 1 or 2 donations.
Hi, okay. We do have some donations to read that I'd love to read for you, Sanjan. I've got a $25 donation from Samalot that says, "Hello, Sanjan, and May and Flygon on the couch. May your run be blessed with many Sanjan yeehaws!" And a special thank you to everyone working behind the scenes. We also have a $25 donation from Holly. "Good luck, Sanjan, and hoping to see you beat Galdera blindfolded," which I am absolutely hoping to see as well.
Yeah, make sure to get those donations in.
Yes.
We have till near the end of the run?
Near the end of the run? I mean, it's the final boss.
Yeah, pretty much the end of the run.
We want to get our donations in now so Sanjan knows that she's going to have to be doing it blindfolded as soon as possible.
I gotta prep myself
Gotta mentally,
up,
ready,
So in this run, are we going to be finishing Partitio's story?
No, I'm sorry.
So we're not going to get the 80 billion leaves from Elrond, so we need you to donate.
We need you.
Yeah, because
incentive.
because Elrond's not giving us money, we need that money for the...
Exactly.
Yeah, we need to raise money for the blindfold incentive.
We can do it.
So what you saw me do earlier was from the clerics, they luckily came around pretty fast. They sell small and medium soul stones, and basically I bought a bunch of soul stones for me to be able to make my journey around this place. And so now the second order business right now is to get evasive maneuvers. You saw me go into a relatively high level area, throw a stone, and that poor encounter fell over. It's because we need to raise a total of 130 job points, which is like the currency that you use to learn skills.
Yeah, there's a whole system about where you, over time, when you level up your jobs, you can have like sub-jobs and stuff, and you get unlocked skills over time by ranking those up, and they're all passive skills. And so what we want is to reduce encounters, because those are slow.
Yeah, evasive maneuvers is great. There's going to be other ones that we use. It's very important when you get the secondary jobs that we put them on the right characters. We can basically double up on classes, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the fun thing about this game is that you can unlock more than one copy of a job class.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
if you really want to yeehaw your way to glory, you can get
And we
4
do.
merchants.
I'm pretty sure I have like 3 clerics in my play because the cleric class
Have you
is
considered getting more
incredible.
merchants?
I have
They're
considered
the
it.
easiest to unlock.
That's true. You just give them money, right,
You
for
just
more
give them more
licensing.
money.
You just give them more money and stuff happens.
It's great.
So I'm doing this little detour because I'm going to this area called the Cavern of Storms, I think. I forgot the name already, short memory. But because like we're not doing any stories, really, we're gonna be doing a decent bit of grinding, and as we go along, like we need a lot of job points and we need a lot of experience. And so we're gonna be doing the Galdera fight
Cavern
around
Cavern of
Wait.
Wade. You
48.
were really close.
You
I
were
would have given
close.
it to you.
And so this is another way to reset the step counter, as May mentioned a little bit before. So if you save and quit here, it'll reset the step counter. Technically, I can go through here without doing the resetting the step counter, but the chances are like 15–20%. And with this, it's only like 5%.
Yeah, that's nice. I mean, it didn't
That's
take that
bad,
long
yeah.
to reload at all.
So we very much do not want an encounter here, right?
No, because if we got an encounter, we are, we're going to be...
It was a
Free
level,
falling
what,
over.
48
Yeah.
dungeon? Yeah, we would need to
Now
sneak
we
in there, grab the thing, get out.
Now we have the JP augmenter. That's a piece of gear that we can equip in one of our accessory slots that will increase the amount of JP we get.
Yeah, the JP augmenter increases the JP that we get by 1.5 times.
That's big.
That's a
Hi,
lot.
Kitty. I hope you
Oh
all
my
enjoyed
God.
petting the kitty.
Oh,
Hi, Kitty.
goodbye, Kitty.
Oh, man.
I don't need to kill that kitty because kitties in this... So, like, I don't really have the resources right now. They'd be useful in this category, but they'd be useful if I got them later. Not
Yeah.
I see, because they give you a ton of experience and everything. So in my casual playthrough, I got one very early and just watched them skyrocket like 15
But this was
levels.
Octo 1, though.
Yeah, this is all the one I'd be in business, but I already have evasive maneuvers, so...
That makes sense.
You'll notice me walking through this area, so another interesting thing is that when you run, the steps decrement faster, but when you walk, the steps decrement slower. And the fun thing is, when you switch to night, it decrements everywhere even faster, so...
I see.
So, like, generally, if you want to grind encounters, you would want to grind at night, but night also has tougher encounters.
But we do have Throne who does power up at night, so that's
yeah.
helpful too.
Yeah, there's
One of
also
few
another
characters that does that.
character, Temenos, that
Temenos
weakens
debuffs them, right?
Yeah, debuffs
Yeah.
them.
I had Throne and Temenos to just grind it at night like the entire game.
I had Tavanos pretty much the whole time. Yeah, it was so nice.
Yeah, Throne and Temenos make up the be gay, do crime duo. I love
100%.
that.
Thank you.
100%.
I love them.
Yeah, Throne I had canon as bi, but I think I just like the be gay and do crime stuff.
Yeah.
That's literally their motto because Throne does do crime.
Yeah.
And Temenos is always down for
He's
shenanigans.
exactly. Yeah, there is the like cross paths quests that there are in this game, and it pairs off
All right.
8 of them, and it's really fun.
Everyone, I'm gonna need a yeehaw. Yeah. So we got Particio now, who is our merchant. Very
Love-
good.
I love Particio so
Particio
much.
rules.
Partitio's like a S character.
When you look at the lineup of characters, you're like, okay, like we've got the merchant here. Like Tressa was my favorite in the first game, but then Particio's just, I wasn't ready
Yeah.
for the immense cowboy
Well,
energy.
I was like, I'm gonna start with the thief because that's, I don't know, that sounds, I like playing rogues and stuff. And then I was like, wait, the merchant and the cleric are my favorite too. Okay. I didn't-
okay, yeah, I wasn't
I didn't see
expecting
that
that
one
one.
I can't hold all of these favorite characters.
Yeah.
They're
Also,
all
Particio's
precious.
theme goes
Oh my
so
God.
in. It is incredible.
Look it up if you haven't heard it.
Saxophone just-
His story is also like very unhinged.
I love
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I love it.
Highly recommended.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we're not doing any story. But you know what he does? He wants to do? He wants to beat the devil named Poverty. And you know how you can do that, friends?
How can we do that, Sandra?
You can do that by donating to meet the blindfolded incentive.
That's true. We need to get those donations in.
Yeah, speaking of those donations, do we have a couple?
Oh, of course, we've got a couple of really great donations. We just got $10 from Kirby Masta. It says,
Hi,
I
Kirby.
donate for
Hi,
my
Kirby.
friends. We love that. Thank you so much, Kirby Masta. We also have $20 from Groucho Barks. Says, good luck, Sanjan. Great way to end a week with an awesome speed run in the company of some awesome gamers. Yeehaw!
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 That's my
That was a bit
best
delayed, I'm
yeehaw I
sorry.
could do for you all.
That was great. Loved it. We've got Hikari now. Hi, Hikari.
Yeah, that was a good timing on that donation because we did recruit Hikari. He basically fights for his friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hikari's very Kingdom Hearts to me, of like
Okari
the power of
is
friendship.
the most Kingdom Hearts character in Octopath too.
His chapter is just like
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts,
and
basically.
he defeats like the darkness inside
Inside
him, and like,
him.
oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, but basically Hikari, he'll be around. His main spiel in this is that he's going to be kind of like more of a support character.
Which is
And
interesting
yeah,
as the warrior, but
Yeah.
he has a lot of good abilities for us.
Yeah, he has like really good abilities, but unfortunately they're kind of locked behind post game, or I mean not post game, but post his chapter, and we're not completing any character stories. So
Right.
unlucky for him. But yeah, we're pretty much just going. So the other order of business while we're going here is unlucky. So when you get caught by surprise, the characters all get to act, or the enemies all get to act before you.
It's very annoying.
Okay, no one died. That's good.
That is nice. We do get some nice experience there. Anytime you level up, you get all of your health back and SP back, which is really nice. So it's like, okay, it's worth, just killing them there to get all of our health back.
I love just like ran up to that guy, stole all his stuff, refused to elaborate further.
Please.
I bought stuff from him with Partitio's Path action, which is
Oh, you-
perfect.
oh,
Still
okay,
very
okay.
useful.
I wasn't sure if it's Patricio
However, I will be
Drone.
stealing this because I can't afford it otherwise.
However, now I will be stealing. Here we go.
Thank
Cool.
you.
Grabbing that soulstone. Soulstone large does a ton of damage for us.
Yeah, so I went here because we need to farm some encounters on the way, but we need to, not here. I missed, we need to grab that rainbow glass bottle because we're going to be unlocking 2 skills from the most overpowered
God.
Oh my
class.
goodness, it's unreal good.
Inventor is so sick. And so basically you have to turn in different materials to unlock more of the passives. And so that's why we were picking up that glass bottle.
Also, here's Casty. Just say hi and bye to her.
I love
Bye,
Cassie.
Cassie. Make sure you do the thing that you told us to remind you to do.
That's for way later.
Darn
Aw,
it.
man.
That's for a little later.
Oh, it's when you get the boat, not when we see
Yeah.
the boat. Okay, spoilers.
Sanjan was like, there's one
One
thing
thing.
we need you to remember. Hey, you remembered. She didn't tell you when.
No, she did.
Technically, it was boat, but these are like smallish boats. So
True.
I mean, you did remind me. So I appreciate the effort.
So we're on our way to unlock Inventor, right?
Yeah. So
We got time for one donation on the way there.
yes.
We did just get a $10 donation from Mad Cat that says, so you're telling me I don't have to relive the trauma of Casty 3? Thanks for playing Octopath and good luck on reaching the blindfold goal.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cassie's story is very, very excellent.
It's very good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Octopath stories are a little hit or miss sometimes.
I would agree with that.
And I really liked Cassie's story a lot.
So this is Inventor. It's the best class in the game. The way that you unlock, so normally you unlock more skills over time. But in this class, you unlock skills by like turning in items and inventing things. We can also, unlike other jobs, we can only give it to one party member.
Correct. That's. I mean, it's already very overpowered, and to be able to hand out multiple licenses would not be great. My favorite thing that I used a lot casually is the catapult. You can use any physical move, so you can, and it hits everyone. So it's very good for breaking.
Go, go.
Catapult, go, go, go.
It's so good.
So good.
So we rushed Inventor because we learned this support skill called a step ahead, which lets us get a free action over the enemy, and you guessed it, it's going to be used everywhere, and it's
Yeah.
incredibly overpowered. And
Really great.
Like not only are its like battle moves overpowered, but also its passives are extremely good, and it's just really good.
these drillbers are bullying me.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
We have places to be.
The main kind of drawback of Inventor is that like you had to manually take a turn to recharge your ability after you use it, but if we beat everything that we need to at set ability, then, you know.
I never recharge anything. If I didn't beat it in that one set, we're done.
We're done.
We're done.
I was the same. I never recharged it.
Because like you don't have to recharge it like before you use it again ever. It's just that same battle.
Right. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna win.
Yeah, you basically a step ahead makes it so like pretty much in the any % speed run. Once you get your character powerful enough, everything just falls over in 3 turns.
Yeah. Really, really good.
Can we do a couple more donations when we're walking on over?
Sure, we got a $5 donation from Sin Bin Sam that says, "Hi, Mom, I'm on TV." That's pretty funny. Also, I want to remind everyone that we are donating towards the blindfolded Galdera fight. So if we make that $3,000 incentive, we will do this blindfolded Galdera fight, which is going to make it tough, but really fun to watch.
For the prime coup.
We got the blindfold here. We got a little septile. Please.
I will wear a subtile hat. You get a free bonus of me wearing a subtile hat.
It's 2 for 1.
There's
2 for 1
so much
incentive.
being
The
packaged
value.
into this one incentive. You gotta get those donations in now.
You get to beat poverty. You get to with Fartitio. You get to see me wear the subtile hat.
You get to see us try to explain it.
Yeah, you get to help able gamers, which is an incredible
That's
cause.
true.
There's no downsides.
It really isn't. I have to agree there.
So the reason why I'm walking through Crack Ridge, which this area's music, really good, by the way, is because I need to go grab some extra money as well as unlock the merchant license here. And so you'll see here I gave it to Throne.
I love Throne's merchant outfit.
Her outfit is so good.
That's like
Her fashion is on point.
There's a non-zero part of me that would decide the classes based on their outfits.
Really?
There's one time that I hated I hated Oswald's outfit for something, and I was like, we can't do this.
I largely picked it by like, all right, who do I have a slot? I unlocked
Yeah.
this license. Who do I have an open slot on?
Right.
Very nice luck. Generally, this is probably like the most dangerous part because I'm in the level 45 area and it's pretty easy to get ambushed. So,
But then hired help exists.
yeah. Also, first instance of pay to win. For only 7,000 leaves, I can beat up monsters 30 levels higher than me.
Yeah, hired help is absurdly good. It was absurdly good in the first game, and it got better.
I don't understand why they made it better. I'm not mad.
I'm guessing it's just like, so because you have to spend money on it, and I don't know about you all, but when I play RPGs, I won't spend money on anything or use any items ever. And so I think, my guess is they were like, well, we want to encourage players to use this because kind of the whole point of the merchant. So now it's even better.
It is even better, yeah.
Which is great for the speedrun.
Yeah, and Octopath 1, you had to spend 3,000 leaves, or 30,000 leaves to get that kind of damage, but now you get it for, if my math is right, less, or like 75%, or less, or like 25% of the original price.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
And we're passing the savings on to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, now so now that we have some extra money on our belt, so one thing to note is that I am doing a very consistent route of this. There is actually a route that's about 10 minutes faster, but it is very risky because we had to rely on one cleric, which is just Temenos, for the very final fight, and it's a 66% chance for us to be able to get the turn order that we need, and if we don't get it, we're doing the fight again, and it wastes 2 minutes, and it's not very fun. But 2, we don't get this item called the Champion Belt, which Champion Belt requires us to finish Hikari's Chapter 2, and then we do a little side quest. And when we don't have the Champion Belt, we are going to get ambushed by anything and everything.
Oh, I see.
So it's the main reason why I'm doing this route, also because it's just very beginner friendly and fun to show to people. And it's still amazing. You get to still beat up the super boss.
No, it's so incredible.
It's still beating the super boss in 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, you can't really complain.
And I do love that there's like, I would say that the Octopath speedrun community has done a very good job of, developing more beginner routes, developing more consistent routes, because I'm not the type that's like, I'm going to do a run and then half the time, it doesn't work at the end. I like finishing runs out, so I respect that a lot.
Yeah, the nice thing about this is just like, if you're new, like you can do the consistent route of this, or like if you just want to like get the glory of defeating the super boss because it was too difficult casually, like you can easily follow something like this and with no frills, you get to beat up that one big boss.
Yeah, the last time I saw Sanjan, I was just like, I can't beat this. What do I do? She's like, just pay to win, pay to win. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's happened to me. I was like, I'm
works.
losing on the last fight of the normal story so much. And Sanjan was like, did you pay to win? And I was like, that'll do it.
Yeah, that's a good moral of
And
the
it
story, folks. Pay to win is the way to go.
We are in Vegas.
If you are a games developer listening to this, only with leaves.
Only
Pay and leaves.
Pay and leaves.
So I mugged that guy out of the blue, both because Oswald is a heartless person, but because he has a really good money items.
Yeah, makes sense.
So we're doing Hikari's Chapter 2 since we need to do that to unlock the champion belt. Which, if you're wondering what the champion belt does, it makes it so that we can't get ambushed. So pretty much after this, it's pretty much 100% resistant, and there's nothing in your way, pretty much.
Now it begins.
And then, but you all get to enjoy, like, you folks all get to enjoy, like, the really cool, amazing route. Like, there's a lot that has gone into this route, both the consistent and, like, the new tech that has pretty much just developed over time.
Also, one of Akari's things that's unique is he will learn, you can challenge people and then learn skills from them. Are we going to learn any specific Akari skills?
We don't use any here, but for fun, because, you know, I like to do, because I think it's funny and it's used in an 80% speed run, I learn slow and sweep.
All right, nice.
But here now, we're basically, as I mentioned before, we throw stones at fights because we are an honorable person.
What is the game speed doing in the bottom left?
It's having fun. I don't know what's going on.
Freaking out.
I'm not sure. I noticed that too.
Oh, the input buttons. So I'm like on my keyboard plus.
Oh, so it's
that's
switching
why.
input. Okay.
Yeah.
While you get through the gauntlet of duels here, do we have time for some donations?
Oh, we sure do have time. We've got $25 from Moonblaze Wolf that says, I had the pleasure of seeing the blindfolded Galdera fight in person earlier in this year, and it is not to be missed. My jaw was on the floor, and we need to see it again here at GDQX. Here's 20 leaves to help make it happen. Thank you, Moonblaze Wolf.
Thanks, Blaze.
We also have a $10 donation from New Amber that says, wait, so you're telling me we can see Sanjan wear a cute septile blindfold? Heck yeah! Good luck, gamers, and yeehaw!
Yeehaw! Thanks, Amber.
I also want to remind people that when they are donating to the blindfolded Galdera fight incentive, to make sure that they choose the incentive when they're selecting it in the donation section of the website. So thank you for your donations so far.
Yeah, let's keep it rolling. We have, about an hour left. It's an hour and a half-ish estimate. So we want to make sure we make it happen.
I believe in you, chat.
I believe.
You get to defeat the devil named poverty.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
My favorite thing about using soul stones in this game, by the way, is the animation for it is just kind of you being like...
Here it is. I will now demolish you.
Behold.
Behold the power of this rock.
Yeah, exactly. I love it.
Nice. Also, yeah. I hope you all love pay-to-win games, because we're going to be seeing plenty of it, though. Well, thankfully, in this category, unlike single stories and any percent for like an hour, like... We'll be quickly throwing in a good mix of other attacks soon. And I have exactly 30, I pretty much just 100 under 30,000 leaves because this is a little side quest. We're gonna ambush this guy because we can, and then we get to face this person named Uranus.
Oh, I never did this.
I never did this
This
either.
is a pretty tough fight generally, but because we have the power of pay to win
built different.
and Throne, we can send in the big homies.
Oh my gosh.
Yep, there you go.
And we set up Armor Corrosive there first. Armor Corrosive is a very important support thing that just cuts their defense.
Yeah.
And that's why, it stacks with high rank. And yeah,
I will
it's really
say,
good.
The way this game explains all of its status effects is very, very funny. You'll give one status effect once, and it'll be like, here's a big page showing all 40.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was
hold
like,
on.
what? So I ended up going through this game with a lot of the, I want to say call it the Pokemon mentality of I'm like, that doesn't do damage, I don't want to do it.
Exactly. I'm really bad about doing that too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of times there'd be symbols on the screen. I'm like, I don't know what you're trying to tell me. It's probably fine, right?
Some of the symbols, it's like 3 bubbles. What do they mean by this?
Generally, in this game, when in doubt, put a lot of debuffs and buffs on yourself because what
Well,
Armor Corrosive
didn't do
does
that.
is that it makes physical attacks hit 1.5 times more.
Ah.
And then when you buff yourself with like say Lion Dance or what,
I did use one.
I use Lion Dance.
then it buffs your attack by 1.5 times, and
That's
then once you stack those
2.25.
buffs together, you're gonna be doing a lot of damage.
Wow. The power of math.
Yeah.
And the power of math is very strong in this speedrun, which
Speaking of math, are there any numbers we could hear?
yeah.
Sure. We've already made $260 towards this incredible $3,000 blindfolded Galdera fight goal. It's going to be really awesome. I know we can do it, and I want to see some donation chains. If you type _donate in the chat, you'll get the link to donate to Able Gamers, which is who we're raising money for today. We also have a $10 donation from Sam M, but no comment was provided, which is cool.
May apparently just wants to hear numbers.
I like
so can
hearing
you just
numbers.
donate your favorite number?
Yeah, please tell me your favorite number. I'll rank it.
My favorite number is 25. I'm going to donate that after the run. Well, how do you feel about 25?
Like, it's fine.
It's fine?
25 is feels mid.
What's it? It is a square, so that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Just like
It
you.
is the middle number.
I'm being bullied.
No, I don't mean it.
I tell you I'm going to donate money, and then you just are so mean to me. I love it.
I'll be nicer to you than I am to Court.
All right, so we're going in here because we need to grab the Scholar class because we do want to put a basic maneuvers on people, and because it's useful on Temenos. Because if you're, we haven't really explained lane powers. I just realized.
Yeah,
but-
no,
Yeah,
I
right.
mentioned it
That's a whole mechanic
briefly.
in this game they added.
Yeah, it is what it is. But basically, if you want to know about Throne's latent power, she basically gets an extra turn, which is like really overpowered.
Yeah, so if you look at okay, you have like 4 different resources in this game. You have HP and MP. We've all
called
played
SP.
RPGs. It's called SP. You've all played our JRPGs. You know that. Then we have BP.
Yeah.
Which
That's the
is
boost points.
Boost points. You can boost up
Those
to
are the
4 times.
little dots.
If you don't boost the previous turn, at the start of the turn, you get another one.
Yep.
And you can use those for so they'll power up skills or moves, and then if you attack, it'll attack multiple times, which because of how the break system works, each one of those contributes to breaking the shield. So like you can get 4 break points with a 4 boost. There's also the latent power, which is the
That's a
glowing
little orb inside.
Yeah, the glowing diamond with the target in it.
Yeah.
When that fills up, each character has their own special latent power ability, and Throne's is absurdly good.
Just simply go again, which
Go
is
again.
fantastic. Partitios is you get all of your boost points.
Yeah, I love Partitios.
Partitios is very good. There's some that change like your single attacks to AoE or opposite. They're really interesting.
So of the characters we have right now, like Oswald's will turn all of his AoEs into single target moves. that
Very
are
good on
boosting
bosses.
Power. Really good on bosses.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's primarily why we use Oswald for the damage portion, just because like we need that.
The elemental
out.
strength is just it's incredible. Yeah.
Casty's here is that you can concoct without using your ingredients. Temenos's is his attacks will always
Always break the shield.
break shield.
Yeah.
Which
It's okay.
it's okay. I mean, you can just do that with by ping to win. So
Exactly.
It's still good. It's good in a speedrun because
Yeah.
like, you don't want to buy like that much materials, but like in the casual playthrough, I assume people just hoard. Or I guess no, people just hoard it, but they'll still use it because like
do the thing.
You do the thing.
Do the thing that you wanted me to remind you to do.
I did it earlier.
Let's go! Sanjan didn't need us.
We did it. We're not necessary.
All right, so here's the only objective right way to color your boat is a blue boat
Okay.
and
The
octopus.
octopus.
Yeah.
You like that? I think that's
I'm a
what I
fan.
did.
I'm a fan.
So we bought a boat here because we needed to be able to access Galdera. And because there's lots of areas that we can unlock, and there's also lots of good items here.
There's a lot of good items, a lot of good places you can go. The sea encounters, I think, are really cool.
Yeah.
They give it's a different battle
of them are
theme.
very
You
hard.
have, there's special bosses that are on the water. Like, I really liked this part of the game.
I love every time the game goes, hey, you sure you want to do that? And I'm like, I really am not.
I don't. I am a coward. I'm walking away now.
Fun fact, you can use that to reset the step encounter too.
Ooh.
Oh. Okay, that's cool.
So we got an EXP augmenter, I believe, 1.5 times experience.
Yeah, so we've got the JB augmenter, the EXP augmenter, which is really important for us because we're basically not playing much of the game and we need to defeat the hardest boss in the game.
Yep.
We need a lot of levels, so we need both of those generally. But for the full game category or the full game categories like 90%, the routes now don't really need it, maybe except for JP augmenter for certain characters.
And here we are again, vibing in a danger level 48 area.
So with the champions spell, we can no longer get ambushed, so we're free to roam around as long as we can beat them up.
Yep.
Oh, I made a mistake. I can save this.
Also, I was just watching that menu. I don't understand how you realized you menu so quickly.
Yeah.
And then you were just like, wait. It's very, very impressive to me.
A lot of it is like kind of muscle memory. Unfortunately, there I had to use Partition's latent power because I was very smart, but it's okay.
You are very smart, Sanjan.
Partition saved the day.
True.
He always does.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
I do like that there's a part, essentially, without going into spoilers, where a character is like, the only person who is truly pure of heart and can do no wrong is Particio.
Exactly. And it's so true.
Our sweet, beautiful boy is a perfect peach.
He's a perfect angel.
He's perfect. Nothing can make him impure.
I love him. I also love that he holds his hat as he runs. It's just the greatest.
If you see Cassidy, she kind of like holds her back too.
The animations in this game,
they're
in this
incredible.
game is just, it's stunning.
We got a couple more donations.
Oh, now go.
Howdy, we sure do have another donation. We have $25 from Wayward Rosalind that says, my favorite number is 17 plus $1 for every traveler in Octopath 2. My favorite is Cassetti, but I love them all. Good luck with the run. Let's see that blindfold run. Yeehaw!
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
Thank you for donating 25 because it still made me feel better. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah, so we're going in here. Hello to our friendly neighborhood revenant.
What to do?
I'm so happy I did.
Cassidy B.
Casty beef.
So we're gonna go grab an item here called the Giant's Belt. Not the Giant's Belt, the Giant's Club.
Okay.
Because it is a powerful head
go to the
bonking
Giant's
tool
Club.
that Temenos will use, but also it increases physical damage by 1.5 times.
Jeez.
And generally, or not 1.5, 1.3 times. And
Okay.
basically, because like we don't get a lot of 1 second here. We don't get a lot of like post-story items. We basically need we're basically like going outside to grab what we need.
That makes sense. So Temenos is just gonna give him the bonk.
Yeah. Temenos bonks monsters and then they fall over. And then Oswald tells him to study harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of Oswald's voice lines are incredible. My favorite is thinking time.
I played it in Japanese, so I didn't like get most of them, except for Sanjan was like, you need to set it to English if you're doing Inventor Particio once.
Yeah.
Which, if you are doing, you should put Inventor on Particio, you should use the catapult, and you should set it to English at least once.
At least once.
It is, you gotta do it.
It's a color.
Trust me.
Now go.
Yes, honestly, all the lines are so good. Like they were, or like the game really did itself good. Like, because there's also lines when you break something, like a character will comment on it, and then I think my personal favorite is the one that Particio says to Cassidy after she breaks, "Working hard as always, Cassidy."
It's so, yeah, I love the characters like interact much more with each other in this game. Like they did a really good job of that. It's so cute.
It's a fantastic game.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyhow here, so for whatever reasons, like even chapter bosses don't give you very much. But for whatever reason, these assassin fights are just optional because they're to unlock the assassin's hired help. For whatever reason, they give you just like 1 billion EXP and JP.
That's good for us. We need that.
Yeah, and it's a very good thing we also need that, so...
More pay to
all the
win.
levels we get.
Yep.
God, having 2 merges.
Having 2 merges is incredible. That's why it's so important. Like every single thing we're doing to get money, we need that. It's perfectly routed out The routing in this game is very impressive to me.
Like
So
it's very open-ended as
Yeah.
well. Like
What level are we aiming for?
so for that, like for these next few parts, we need level 30, but at the end game, we're aiming to be level 48.
48. Okay.
And I think most people casually they'll do it in like their high 50s, low 60s.
Yeah.
Donate your favorite level and I'll rank it.
A fun fact, Octopath does have kind of like a hidden level modifier. The higher level you are, like the higher the hidden damage modifier is.
Interesting.
Oh,
So
I
it's
did
not
not know
just
that.
stats that matter. It's also kind of like the
Like,
levels that we have to factor in when we do routing.
See, that resonates to me as a Pokemon player because your level also calculates in there, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
I get
need
that.
that.
So I need to do this menu here so that Mr. Oswald here gets boost start. And then he gets the funky little Arms Master outfit, which we
That outfit is very funny.
unlocked on him unlocked a while back. But basically, Arms Master.
I like that Cleric Temenos has like the Bug Miku outfit.
You're right.
All the inventor outfits honestly are cool. They get the little dapper hat.
I love the inventor outfits.
They're so good.
But yeah, Oswald, like, he'll be our main damage dealer, and Arms Master, like, it's basically... So you unlock more Arms Master stuff by getting more... God dang it. I keep forgetting I need to put Inventor on Temenos. That's fine. It's fine to flee from that. Anyhow,
There we go.
basically to unlock more Arms Master stuff, you have to bring the lady from earlier in Gravel more rusty weapons. So we will be collecting more rusty weapons. You saw earlier I grabbed the rusty dagger, but we also want it because when we unlock three rusty weapons, we get this item called, or we get this ability called Peak Performance, which at max HP your damage overall increases by 1.5 times. So I hope you all are seeing the pattern here.
I am.
The entire Rusted Weapons thing is something I did not know existed. I only learned about it when I was, I think you, Sanjan, when I was like, why does the game give me so many junk weapons?
I don't need
And
these.
Sanjan was like, aha, but you do. They're very good.
Yeah.
They're also very good for money because you saw earlier I sold that Conqueror sword that I just got. It's a fine weapon to have, but 10,000 or 100,000 leaves is just too much money to not pass up. So
I always just select my character and hit the optimize button. That's all I do.
Yeah,
when I'm
no, that's
selecting
fair.
weapons.
That's fair.
yeah. So also fun fact. So Partitio's Knight path action is called Hire. He'll literally hire someone, and they actually give you some nice bonus effects. So the one I have on me, when I sell items, I gain an additional 25%. So
Yeah,
that
that's
$100,000 item is now 125,000 leaves.
And we need all of those leaves.
Yeah. But we're going to be
We're-
buying lots of expensive things.
We're hiring a lot of help. And speaking of all the leaves we need, do we got any more donations?
You bet. We just got a few donations in. We have $25 from Willie Nass that says, I'm trying to pay to win this blindfolded Galdera fight. And honestly, I agree. I also see one here, $20 from Nick that says, very cool seeing y'all running at TwitchCon. And I agree, it is cool to see y'all running at TwitchCon. And I just want to remind everybody that they can donate at gamesdonequick.com or type !donate in the chat. We are past 10% of our goal, and I know you all can do it. Let's see some yeehaws and get this going.
Gotta.
So we have to beat this boss in order to gain access to the rusty axe, which is going to be our final weapon. It's also convenient to go in here because there's also a very useful item.
Critical scope.
Nice
I
one,
love
Mr.
it.
Oswald.
Its critical scope is so good.
Yeah. So basically, would one of you like to explain what critical scope does?
It makes you crit.
It makes you guarantee crit as well as magic. So
Yep, it's
that's a very
so
fun
good.
fact.
It's incredible.
Now, you know, we will notice that we're doing 9999 damage a lot. That's because we cannot actually deal more damage to that until we get the skill appropriately titled
Deal more damage.
Oh my
That's
God.
what
Breaks the
kills
cap.
me. It's just, okay, you're right. All the other ones have like fancy, cute little names. It's just like, deal more damage.
Yeah.
Okay, I will.
I mean, it's straight to the point.
Yeah, not mad.
Throw
It's
name. This
because
is an 80% steal. Throw name, please.
Come on.
Tony, please.
That's not the...
Yeah. So
Is
now
that
that we
what
have
it says it
two
fails?
more rusty weapons, we get to unlock them all.
When she fails, she go like,
She's disappointed
She's
in herself.
disappointed in herself,
She's,
yeah.
She's My thing is, how do you fail to steal? Is she just like missing, just missing the
you get
person
caught.
entirely? Oh,
get caught.
the person sees you.
Yeah.
That's why you lose reputation.
Right.
Whereas if you fail to mug, nothing happens
Okay.
because you didn't get caught.
I guess.
They didn't notice
I
you
mean,
doing it.
it's like the guards at night don't care, which, you know,
That's true.
I can respect that, but I'd assume there's guards at night watching for random muggings from...
But they do care if you steal, so.
I see.
They do care if you steal. They do care if you
I guess-
lure someone and fail.
Yeah,
Actually.
luring someone in
Yeah.
fail is interesting.
I guess the problem is if you don't punch them when you're stealing, then it's bad.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on
The
that.
one that really gets me is the allure. It's like, hey, do you want to come hang out with me? No. The entire town is now
Yeah.
mad at you. Like, what? I was just trying to make a friend.
start
The only other one
gossiping.
that makes sense is provoke, because like you provoke a beast, and then if you fail, like everyone gets mad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, stay out of this.
Oh yeah.
I heard that you couldn't even provoke a beast correctly, but that's just me.
Oh, I'm sorry. No,
Well, I
you're not gonna let
heard
me buy from your
Abigail
shop
is
anymore?
desperate to hang out with
Why?
Yeah,
anyone.
you chose the Kala.
And now you can't buy
I'm
from my shop.
starving.
Oh. Hi,
So
Ochet.
here's Ochet.
Also,
we're not
yes,
gonna be doing
Akala
very much.
supremacy. I'm an Okala fan.
I've been choosing Mahala too many times. I had to balance it out.
Yeah.
Wait, which one's the owl?
Not this one.
Mahala.
Boo!
As you can see, there's not an owl running behind this. Hope this
We
helps.
were in a menu. Stop.
So I did that menu there to make Temnos deal more damage, because he's our main damage
Yeah,
dealer.
more
I
damage.
love Temenos as the main damage dealer.
It's so good.
And because I am really low on JP, I have to grind an extra encounter here by running.
Good time for donation then.
All right, we do have another donation that says $17 from Aiko that says, I like the number 17. I also like Sanjan. The commentators are cool too. We love
Thank
that.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you for that donation.
17's a fun number.
I agree with that.
It's more fun than 25, but less fun than
$3,000?
13 and less fun than $3,000.
Okay, okay.
The nice thing about the speedrun too is you get to see all flavors of damage. Like you saw physical damage from our friendly neighborhood catapulting cleric slash inventor here. And once we're going to Timorine because we need to grab the last of our items here for Mr. Oswald, because he's going to be our main damage dealer after this. So we get a lot of different damage dealers.
Yeah.
And also we need to bring Ochet along with us because she needs a total of 630 JP for boost start. She'll be the merchant for the final fight.
I love Ochet. Ochet was my starting character. They really made the hunter class a lot better.
Yeah,
in this
it's
game.
so much
in
nicer
the
to
first
use.
In the first game, you would have to capture a beast, and then if you used it, it was gone. And now you just basically get to capture a set number of them, and you can swap them out at any time. And I thought it was really
It's
fun.
pretty similar to Hikari, honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
But the way you get the moves is different. But so you can just constantly upgrade and get new moves. And you also get used to the ones you have. And like, I want to use this one in this situation.
Yeah, I would always use it for filling in parts of my party where I didn't have things to break. I would
Yes.
be like, okay, here's one that does like 2 acts for me,
Yeah.
and I can implement that into my lineup.
I love the 2-axe one.
It's so good.
Have you tried the one where it just does like 20 arrows and they all miss?
No,
It's bad, but it is fun.
it doesn't sound good. That's
Well, so they don't all miss. They just have a low accuracy. They fire very quickly. It's satisfying.
okay. I see.
May the sacred flame guide you.
Ooh, that's really low. I hoped to get 4,500 on that encounter, but it's okay. We're still gaming, but
We are always gaming.
the
are
nice
always
thing about this
gaming.
is that even if you're low, you can always just grind more encounters.
Right.
Until you hit.
I love that
true.
skill.
It's a great one to have. So yeah, the reason why I wanted 4,500 sooner was to learn Life in the Shadows. So what Life in the Shadows does is that it basically, like, when you defeat encounters at night, it increases your EXP and JP that you get from an encounter by 1.5 times.
I love the 1.5
I
times
love-
multiple. That's the theme of the day.
The theme of the day is 1.3 and 1.5.
Yeah.
More things. I like more things. That's all this is.
So I should also note that we did collect the 2 fire weapons from Mr. Oswald. Generally, like, you can easily collect the ice, but because they're locked behind Ochet's story, we're not going to get them. But fire just happens to do the trick, and we don't have to do anything special with them. So we're going to buy a bunch of magic boosting items here, and then we basically also now on to the next phase. And the next phase is pretty much, we got to do the quest to unlock Caldera, and as well as grab a couple more items here. And then grind, and then after that, we do final preparations, and then we're off to the races.
Yeah, wow.
Get your donations in to defeat poverty and
Come on.
Galdi Waldi.
So that magic nut that we found there, that was a hidden item. One of the path actions was to just like ask people for like tips. And one of the things would be like, there's a hidden item. But the hidden item is not actually present there until you do that.
Right. And it shows up on your mini map, which is nice.
It is very nice to
I'm
show up
very
there.
glad.
Yeah. Also, if Oswald asks them rudely, they'll chase him. They'll chase the town. They'll chase them away. Sorry.
Yeah.
So another funny path action to fail.
It is. It is a funny path action. It's like, hi, can I ask you a question?
No. It's very Shenmue, I gotta say. I'm sorry, I'm busy now. Could you ask me later?
And then you ask 2 seconds later, and they say yes.
Yeah. That's not Shenmue.
So as you see here, we are learning skills on throwing now, and Mr. Oswald's going to be our main damage dealer. Just need to take off a step ahead.
No skills
I never
for
had Oswald.
Partitio.
Yeah, he'll be fine. He's basically along for the ride now, but we'll be putting him back in
He's chilling.
We'll put him back in the tavern for a while.
Maybe he's just fine the way he is.
True,
Have you ever thought about he is our one pure of heart character.
Yeah.
Acne is also pure of heart, though.
True.
Probably even more pure than Partitio, honestly.
Agni is funny.
Watch me shine. And then she falls and trips.
If I fall down,
Just
I
like
get
me
right
for
back
real.
up.
Yeah, so we have to do a total of like 3 side quests to unlock Galdi Waldi, as I affectionately like to call Galdera. So we need to complete this quest where we have to find 3 books. And then we have to complete Al's quest part 1 and 2, which I already completed part 1 of it, but part 2 is basically we have to help him find like information on a certain book or to translate something. And then after that, we get to unlock Galdi Waldi.
Sweet.
And pretty much, thankfully along there, there's a lot of useful items, so we can get plenty of nice little grinding to do.
I really like that they didn't lock it behind completing any percent.
Yeah.
It's really nice that they just kind of left it open-ended. You can do what you want. There's a lot of different things you can do in this game. It's like there's not a specific order you have to complete the character. You don't have to do all the chapter 1s then 2s. You can bounce around and do what you want, which I really like.
Chapter 1s, which is great.
I love being able to skip the chapter 1s. They just added a lot of really nice quality of life.
The problem is that I was like, this is great, but I am still gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I won't know what's going on. But it's awesome for the speedruns.
Yeah. Really, really helpful.
So we're pretty much just running around and gathering some various helper items for grinding. So if you have anything you want to say for like 30, 45 seconds or so, feel free.
Well, you know what? We did just get another $25 donation from Agnia Bristarni that says, it's my turn now. I'll pull my weight and help you take down that terrible Galdera. Thank you so much for that donation. We also got $25 from Maj Danvers. No comment was posted, but we appreciate that. $25 towards Able Gamers, which is an incredible foundation. And their mission statement is creating opportunities that enable play in order to foster inclusive communities, combat social isolation, and improve the quality of life for people with disabilities. We love that. And if we hit that $3,000 incentive goal, Sanjan will do the Galdera fight blindfolded. And I know I want to see that happen. That is going to be exciting because it is going to be a tough
battle
and impressive to watch.
It is, and it's coming up faster than you can expect. You know,
time's running out.
We got to get those donations in now. ! Donate. I know you want to see it. Sanjan is already very impressive at this fight.
Do we plan the Agnia's donation?
I know, that was incredible.
Thanks, Agnia.
She showed up, and then, you know, it was so generous. It's incredible.
That's star behavior.
It really is.
Agnia gets to become a star if we are able to do the fight blindfolded.
Yeah.
That's true.
You help pursue her dreams.
True.
All right, so we are going to sadly replace Partitio for a little while. Get Hikari and Mr. Oswald back in. Gotta go grab a couple items here. So I had to go grab, so I went to grab Agni really last, pretty much last, because sorry, I didn't focus on that. Because basically we want to go to the Infernal Castle, which is what you saw me unlock earlier, to get the Stone of Truth. And the Stone of Truth allows you to so they changed the magic system to the dismay of me, because they basically like really nerf magic, and basically like by default you only have the single cast spells. But in order to unlock like the stronger like double hit spells, you have to use like advanced magic or elephants respectively and first, and there's just like a lot of stuff set up and it wastes a lot of time. So the Stone of Truth makes it so that you automatically have access to the double tier spell.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which is really nice.
Yeah.
Gotta use that true magic.
I always have a scholar in my party. I'm always just using the AoE magic too.
I like never did.
Really?
Yeah, I ran Throne, Particio, Temenos, and Ochet like the entire game.
I put scholar on Ochet, so I always had like my
Ochet
hunter stuff
was-
and my magic stuff.
What did I give Ochet? Merchant, I think?
That makes sense to me.
Maybe? I definitely gave Particio Inventor, and I gave Temenos Dancer. And then I had Cat Girl Throne.
Okay, I had Catboy Temenos, which
Which
both of those are very good.
Oh, now go.
Yeah, unfortunately we don't unlock the Hunter class, but the Hunter class is great.
Hunter's really cool.
Also, say hi and bye to Big Croc. I'm sorry.
Bye.
Sacred flame
Yeah,
guide you.
Gators go.
Yeah, so we did this boss fight because it unlocks a really nice item called the Finisher's Clause, which makes it so that when you crit, you deal even more damage.
Even more, yep.
It goes from, I think, 1.3 to 1.5.
Is it 1.5? Oh my god.
Whoa.
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 I never could have guessed.
Unfortunately here, because I did not build... Actually, no, I should have Delaying Power. So... Now we are here to complete the quest. Also, it's convenient because we get that Magic M from... so if you don't know... So... Because we are also doing this at really low level, like we are precisely getting like these items called nuts, which increase the base stats of your character. The most important ones to get generally like increase your physical damage or like accuracy, which accuracy is also a huge problem because we are low level, but thankfully with those we get that fixed. And so now we are here. So now we're gonna go. So the nice thing also about getting the Stone of Truth is that it also unlocks a second cleric slot. Because we're gonna have 3 clerics.
Jeez.
Woo! So Hikari, Particio, and Temenos will be our 3 clerics because because of this really nice skill called Aelfric's. So
It's really good.
Is it Elfric's Blessing?
Yeah, Aelfric's
It is
Blessing.
so broken.
And we pretty much be using that as our helper to defeat the super boss Caldera, because it's really good and it pretty much allows us to. It's pretty much what allows us to make it 100% consistent.
Yeah, each class has like a super special ability, and I think you have to be at max boost to use it. And
There's 2, right?
they're really good.
One
you
you
get-
one you get from unlocking every other ability, and the other you get by finding the shrine for that job and having the right
EX
character
powers.
in your
They're really
party.
good.
Yeah, so there's also a bunch of useful items here, like that Lost Tribe staff is going to be the staff that we mainly use for Mr. Oswald.
I suggest you get out of my way.
And we're just grinding encounters here on the way, but you're going to see Mr. Oswald here grow up very fast. Like, he's doing like okay damage, you know, but pretty much in a moment here, once I give him the items, he's going to be dealing more damage.
More damage?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Wow, I barely got the JP.
Well, Sanjan does this re-menu. Could we maybe get a donation?
Sure. We got a $50 donation from Anonymous. No comment was provided, but I also want to remind people, if they type !donate in the chat, they can donate so they can see that blindfolded Galdera run happen. I definitely know I want to see it happen because it's going to be awesome.
Sanjan, how far do you think we are away from Galdera?
So it'll be about a little less than 20 minutes.
All right.
20 minutes, all right.
We're going pretty fast on this.
You are. Sanjan is too good.
It's
so
true.
y'all got to keep up. Get those donations in.
You gotta get on Sanjan's level.
So this is a Dreadwolf. It has 155,000 HP. And yes, and Mr. Oswald is all grown up now. There you go.
Oh my god.
100k damage right off the bat.
They weren't kidding.
When they said more damage, they
really
meant
can dealt more.
more.
So not quite enough damage since we're lower levels, so we just still need a little bit of damage. So a bop on the head from Temmie.
Boop, boop.
Yeah, just a little.
Temmie.
I like to call him Temmie.
I love it.
A little boop on the head from Temmie finishes the boss, and now we can go and do this menu to put the Stone of Truth on Mr. Oswald and refill his LP with Lychee. So
If you don't know how you can get the last hit, don't worry. Temmie knows.
Temmie.
yeah,
God.
you can solve all problems with just a little bop on the head, as Temenos would like to say. He has unhinged minds. Like
Yes.
his character is like Partitional. It's unhinged, but you know, a different kind of
Yeah.
unhinged.
Temenos is like, he's a cleric, but then he's also a detective.
He's a detective.
And I love that for him.
His theme is really good.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Like all the themes, they just like nailed the
They're
characterization.
perfect. They're absolutely perfect.
So as you see there with Stone of Truth, I now cast Firestorm instead of the little baby fireball.
Yeah, which is great.
Which is, yeah. It makes the, so technically, so in the general Galdi route, we've actually routed out getting that, but because it's, oh, you know,
So we can't get our third cleric slot yet?
you know, this is planned. I forgot to get the second slot, the second cleric.
This is all planned.
Okay.
This is all planned.
I was like, I guess we have to come back later, huh?
See,
Can't we just call
I
that
feel
thing
like
just-
that should have been the thing I should have been reminded of.
That
I
would have been
tried.
tried.
cast.
I
No,
was
it's
just a
okay.
little late.
No, I did not tell you. That was on me.
Sanjan needed to remind Sanjan to
Yeah.
remind us.
I needed to remind
It wasn't on us. It
myself.
wasn't on, there's like 2 steps there.
Well, it's nice because it gives people more time to get their own
Yeah, more
so we can see that Galdera blindfolded instead of.
I know. So basically after this, we're going to be facing like a few more bosses, and then there's just going to be this pretty long grind segment where we can go ham on donations. And it's also the perfect time because you get to hear Oswald just say, reduce them to ash. You're finished.
You're finished.
How weak. You get to hear his full array of lines.
Array, yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna see a cool boss here that's gonna die.
I
Or
thought this
fall
one-
over in like
Yeah, this one was
5
hard.
seconds.
There's something really, yeah, there's a reason. This fight's cool.
Every time I watch Sanjan play this game, I'm like, wow, that took me 30 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. That took like plenty of time for me to sit down and be like, okay, I gotta do like these 5 things
I
first.
used 14 olives of light.
Yeah,
during this,
exactly. And Sanja's just like, well, I menued faster than your first turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, the nice thing about learning this game is just like when you learn this, like everything's generally like in a similar spot except for like really your item menu, like because it kind of depends on the drops that the mobs give you.
Oh my god, this guy rules.
The frogs. I know.
I think I saw these
I know, they're great.
The frogs are very mean in the standard Galdi route because they ambush you and they just ruin your day. But because we have the champ build, they can't ruin my
They
day.
can't do anything,
Take
yeah.
that, big frogs.
Haha.
And so we're gonna be facing another big boss here that's guarding all the nice items in the back here. The good old Tyranno Drake. I need to watch if Mr. Oswald.
Tyrannosaurus?
I was gonna say, isn't that the hat?
Tyrannosaurus. It's got the right colors.
It's got the right colors.
Close.
So
It's
because
only weak to bow. That's very interesting.
yeah, it has a pretty cool mechanic.
Will we be seeing that mechanic?
No, I think Sanja's just gonna kill it first.
Yeah, that was my guess as
That's
well.
gonna go bye bye.
What would have been the cool mechanic if we did see it?
Like basically it switches weakness based on like the weapons that you use to attack.
Oh.
That is cool.
And it has a lot of HP too, so you can imagine how annoying that would be.
I like its field of chests.
It's the Dragon Sword.
Yeah. It's guarding a horde of stuff.
So what does the Fang of Ferocity do for us?
So the Fang of Ferocity,
I would guess.
makes it so that when you boost, like your boosted attacks deal even more damage.
Is it 1.5?
Not quite.
No!
Not this.
Come on!
I think it's like, I think it's like 2 times or something like that. 2 times.
Oh.
Because like each time you boost, your damage increases by 1.33%. And so
Okay, so
I forgot the numbers off the top of my head.
It's
I'm gonna
bumping that
confess. there's so much calculations in here, and the math is not my strong suit.
I think it boils down to deal more damage.
Pretty much. Everything boils down to just deal more damage, but yeah, we're gonna be sitting here for a little bit because Temnos needs
So this is
a total
the
of
spot we're
8,000.
grinding? Okay.
Yeah, so there's 2 parts to the grind. So we need to grind JP a total of 9730 for Hikari and Particio, and the same for Temnos. So because we can't have all of them in the party at once because of how our party setup is, we have to do it in 2 parts.
That makes sense.
And then so we're basically waiting until Temnos hits 8K, which means that he'll have enough. And then we're going to be doing a second part in a different area that gives just as much about a JP. So this is generally the perfect time for any announcements or donations if you have them.
We do have another donation. We have a $25 donation from Uno that says, so glad to see Sanjan showing off Octopath 2 on the main stage. Let's get able to show off that blindfolded fight. Thank you so much for that awesome donation. And I want to remind people we still have time to make that $3,000 goal for the Galdera blindfolded fight. I want to see it happen.
It's very impressive.
We're getting there pretty fast, gamers.
Yeah, I believe. We got it.
I believe. Do this for Particio.
True.
You can read donations for about like 1 or 2 more donations, and then I'll explain some stuff real quick as we transition to the next area.
Reduce them to ash. A gain valuable use.
Wow, okay, not quite enough encounters. One last one.
One more? All right, that's fair.
One last one for this area at least, and then we're booting out Temenos for Particio. Study harder.
Study harder, so true.
I feel like study harder is just like Celestia's version of skill
I love it.
issue.
It really is. It's just like, study harder.
Yeah.
I love it.
So here we're gonna put Temenos back into the tavern for a little while.
Goodbye,
here.
Temenos.
I'll be back, don't worry. And then I have to keep in mind Particio's LP. Actually, no, I should do this. Because we're not gonna end him, so.
Poor Cassie just stays at level 1.
Yeah, poor Casty.
Just like my casual playthrough. I know.
Yeah, I don't like the apothecary class. I never
I
really
actually
have.
started with it in Octopath 1, and I think it's partially why I didn't stick with it.
Yeah. It's not. Just having to use the different collective
It's
bribes of
stressing
different
me out.
materials
It's
and
stressing me
right, because you
out.
talked about like hoarding all of your stuff. So it's basically just like the class where you need to be using your stuff.
I don't
want
want to use
and I
stuff.
don't want to.
Then the number of my inventory doesn't go up.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right, so I went and mugged that guy because we wanted the magic L.
The magic L.
I'm always taking it personally.
The magic L so that the enemy Galdera takes the L.
Oh.
Makes sense.
So we're starting part 2 of our grind here. So now I have to put the stuff, the stuff back. Oh my God, equipment menu is too hard. And so I gotta check Hikari and Particio's JP after this. Thankfully, all of these mobs also die really easily. Wow, Particio's really low on JP, so we'll be here for like a minute and 30.
Come on, Particio. What's
If
up
you
with
have
that?
anything, which is, I mean, in any case, this is the perfect time for y'all to still be putting that the money in for the blindfolded incentive. Do this for
Exactly.
Particio.
Do this for Particio.
Defeat the devil named Galdera and poverty.
Yeehaw.
This is Yeehaw. They all got cowboy hats on.
Yeah.
True. That is true.
Everyone in the merchant outfit, even just has the little cowboy hat, but with their own little flair.
I love it. I love it.
So about 3K more JP, so that's like
Okay.
10 more encounters, I think.
So we got
Wow.
we got some time if there's anything that we need to hear for perchance.
Reduce them to ash.
Reduce them to
I love it.
You get to hear us for like here, just because I know chat might get tired of it. I'll just put it to Japanese.
We unfortunately will not get to hear the single best line ever, which is in, I believe, Oswald's chapter 4? Or is it 5?
Chapter 5.
Chapter 5? Oh, it's so good. That whole
That whole thing
chapter,
exchange is
that
just
whole exchange
all
is fantastic.
incredible. I love it.
It is the most extra thing.
It's completely unhinged. These poor monsters.
Yeah.
They just all like they're in the scene and they just still like get burned.
Point of view, you're being reduced to ash.
It's the best. Yeah, we have time for a donation in here if we have any coming in.
Yeah, we're 1K JP away, so if you have anything, we're about 1,000 JP away from doing our final preparations, which you don't have that much time, gamers. So I also do want to check Throne and Oswald here. Technically, you could do this at level 47, but if oh, they're level 48. Okay, I see. But at level 47 for Galdi, Oswald's damage hits on the final boss can become a range. Which, by the way, there's 2 parts to the final boss. There's a phase 1 and phase 2, so we need all of our party members. Did I? Okay, I'm a little over, so.
We're good?
We are good on the
All right. Fantastic.
So now we have to do our final little preparations here. I have to go grab a bunch of items.
Is it stealing?
We're doing plenty of stealing. We're also
steal.
buying this because it's too hard to, it's a 50% steal.
Oh yeah, okay, that's obnoxious.
I'm way over the money. And
Yeah, we referenced it a little bit, but it's like if your reputation, if you miss the percentages of stuff too much, your reputation in the town goes down, and you can't do any more actions.
Until you repair your reputation by paying money.
Which costs money, and we need that for hired help.
We do.
So no thank you.
Does the cost go up every time you...
No, it depends on the area.
It scales based
area,
on the
that's what
town.
it is.
Exactly.
Ah.
Exactly.
All right, get to do a little bit more mugging. One more mug. One more random.
I don't
unhinged mug.
think it's good personally that you reduce the poor town's version to ashes.
They're still alive after. I mean, probably just
still
not
here.
burned
Maybe it's
enough.
like-
It's a figure of speech.
It's
okay?
like
They're
it's like
fine.
Yakuza series logic, where like all the fights are extremely over the top, and then afterwards they're like, "Whew, well that was fun. I'm walking away now."
Yeah.
So I'm doing this final menu here for Hikari and Partitio because they will now be clerics. All behold my cleric army. So I do have to learn Shogo's-on because I need like all the turns of Aelfrix that I can get.
What does Shogo's-on do?
So what Shogo's-on does is that it increases it, like when you get a positive effect, give a positive effect to someone,
It stays around
increase
longer.
it.
Ah.
Yeah.
So if you make sure you have that first, we buff ourselves, then it just stays forever.
And also you see here I learned Aver's Reckoning, which is a very overpowered ability, I might say.
All the abilities that are like this fancy name's something else.
Yeah.
Those are the special abilities.
Could you tell I didn't really use Dancer that much?
I did not use Dance that much either, except I do love Bewildering Grace for the funsies constantly. Basically, it just like pulls from a random things of effects, like your entire party's dead now, or
Yay.
JP times 100, and you know,
Yay.
sometimes you just get in a gambling mood.
They say 95% of people quit right before they would have gotten JP times 100.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Just think about it. So one little fun little mug here from Mr. Oswald, because we need the fortifying nut Ellen. Actually, Throne is going to be doing some damage dealing, and just for this next fight, I like to use it as a part of a damage check, because if I don't see the correct damage, I know I've done something wrong.
So the damage isn't randomized?
There is a range. It's about like a 15% like
Okay, okay. That's
variance.
what I thought. So if it's like way out of there.
Yeah, if it's like way out of there.
I see.
So I use all of those nuts on Throne because she needs them all. Pretty
Does
much.
get to go more turns. And
Yeah.
that is pretty strong.
That is important.
She pretty much needs all the damage because we basically we barely do enough damage. So I need to
also
not
needs
forget
to
the
stab.
Giants Club because that's extremely important for her. And then I need to put deal more damage back on you, and I think that's good.
Nice.
All right.
So this fight is pretty much just like a damage check. This is a very funny little flan.
I love this guy.
This guy's awesome.
He ruined he wrecked my stuff like 4 times. I got owned so bad. But he's such a funny guy.
Just like, look at it.
Look at him.
Don't worry, Sanja's gonna do good.
Aw. Well, that's good.
Okay, that's good.
It's bad
That
for
looks
him.
good. That also does.
Wow.
Cool. We are
Okay,
on
bye.
our way to gold.
Bye.
Wow.
And so we do have to do one more thing, which, by the way, we're really close. It's like less than 5 minutes. It ends when I can't do the blindfold stuff when I start the fight.
Whoa,
so.
it's the Breath of the Wild maze.
Yeah, it's a little lost isle. We go here because we want to unlock Arcanist, because Arcanist has a really good
The
ability.
god of all Pokemon, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, a really good ability that called Price of Power. Funny enough.
I'm mad because I really did go through this entire maze and I did not understand what it was asking me to do for so long. And then it's like, you can see the little teeny pixels of the imagination. I'm like, no, you can't. No, you can't. This is a scam.
I'm gonna be honest. You can't see it, but it does look like screen tearing.
Yeah, like it's like a little too much. I'm not a fan of this. I spent like an hour in here. I hated it.
I've never done it.
It was so bad. I finally gave in and looked it
I
up.
didn't do that much side stuff in this game because there's so much main story content that I got
There's
like
a lot.
60 hours out of this game barely.
I played it for
doing
like
side
80
stuff.
hours, yeah. It was really, I have a policy where I play like one RPG a year,
Yeah.
and this one was it. This one was it.
I would say this is the best RPG I've played in quite a few years.
Yeah, it's really,
So,
it's fantastic.
You should play Octopath Traveler 2.
And the great thing is,
highly
if you saw this run, you didn't see any of the other story stuff.
exactly.
So
And some of the stories are like not what you would expect.
yeah, but we're about to be getting to the fight, so it's probably a great time to read any last donations that we have here. So yeah.
We do. We have a $25 donation from Psychopair. I hope I said that name right because it says first time seeing a run in person. Let's hit that blindfold incentive. Thank you so much for being here and donating towards Able Gamers.
Probably do one or two more.
We're gonna do. So basically, I'm going here now. Sorry.
No, you're real, Sanjan.
So
You will
we're
always
gonna-
override
This
me.
is the final. This is the final menu. Like,
Okay.
Okay.
You don't have much time left. What I'm basically doing here is just doing because I had to give Oswald a Price of Power.
Yeah, we got to set everything up for the final boss, get all the right equipment, all the right abilities.
I forgot to do this. I forgot to give that
This
back
fight
in
is
there.
really cool. I hope you all are excited to see it.
So we're gonna heal and because I needed to equip that last thing and then
So you saw Sanjan
Elfric's
unlocking
pretty
Elfric's Blessing. We need that.
pretty important stuff. Summon strength.
Yeah, everything needs to be exactly right for this fight to work.
All right.
And that's pretty much it. So that's the final preparations done.
All right.
So may I ask, did we hit the blindfolded incentive?
We made $582 so far, which is absolutely incredible for Able Gamers.
All right, well, Particio, thanks you for your efforts. It's still very good
You're not even gonna save.
foundation. No, I don't need to save because the way autosaves work is
right.
that like if I mess something up, it's free. So
So this is a split party fight.
This is so cool.
Yeah, so there are certain fights in the game where you get to use all 8 people, all 8 of the travelers, the Octopath travelers, but they split into 2 separate parties. So there'll be different phases between them. Springy boots? Oh, you're
Springy boots, and that's why I put on Japanese for the last part.
These are all the voices I recognize.
Yeah.
I'm so used to it being like,
Gowl.
So
Oh,
good.
Chet has really good lines of Japanese.
oh yeah.
So you'll see here, like I have a very specific party setup. It's because how Aelfric's works is that at the end of the turn, it's decided based on the reverse of your party order. So it'll always be Agnia then Oswald.
Yeah,
So because and if we don't have that wrong, that means the fight basically just does not work.
It's so, every single step of the way is planned out
Oh, yeah.
perfectly. And it's so impressive to me that Sanjan just has this
Yeah,
on
and just,
log.
I want you all to know Sanjan's not using
There's no notes here. There's nothing. The notes were for me and May to
Yeah.
commentate this.
Sanjan has not used any notes this entire run, and I'm as somebody who will have notes for
amazing.
things even if I know them super well, because I'm like,
I always want to double
my brain's
check.
gonna do something silly.
Sanjan's just built different.
Yeah. So
True.
also I want to note that those guards there, like everything's planned perfectly. Those guards also like push push the eye back to the end of the turn, so like we get free turns to do whatever we want. But also, I'm gonna note, the eye has 600k HP, and as you see, Mr. Oswald, he's doing like 130k damage a pop. We still do need like a little bit of help from our friendly neighborhood vets, but this is all Mr. Oswald.
Yeah, Oswald's doing the bulk of the work here.
And they're just tapping it in.
Yeah. I love when 10k damage is just like, fine, I guess.
So
Yeah,
here we need
they
to
could
do
deal more damage.
450k damage, because at 150k HP left, we basically the eye enters its final phase, and we can deal with the final phase much easier than we can deal with ads.
I think they should put Galdera's giant eye on the Las Vegas horse.
Oh my goodness.
We need it.
And by the way, you think 16 shields is a lot? Not much, because what Elemental Bottle Bomb does is basically for every single elemental weakness, it'll hit ×2. So 4 times 2 math equals
That's
8.
how it works.
Yes.
Yeah, I never understood
It's
that.
very good.
It would just sometimes do way more than I thought, and I was like, oh.
And that's the eye.
Jeez. All right, nice job. And of course, since this is it's the final. It's never going to be one phase.
Yeah. We got to use all of our travelers, and
Exactly.
thankfully, we've got our friendly neighborhood
Now,
travelers here. So Throne is going to be our main damage dealer here, because each of the ads has 150k HP. So
Reminder that Cassie is still chilling at level 1.
yeah, Ryan Cassie's level 1, by the way. And we need to deal a minimum of 50k damage to everything for everything to die. So, and if this was the standard route, we would have hit the 66% chance, because Temnos is our only our cleric here. He's going to use Aelfrix, and we need to hit 3 Avers. That's why we need Aelfrix on Throne ASAP.
Oh, you might notice that the body has 99 shield.
Yeah.
A lot of shield.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, all of its weaknesses are locked, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah,
It's just
we can't hit it until like we defeat the ads and it gets its turn. But
Yeah.
the nice thing about this is that because of Cassie's controls did multiple things. It gave BP and it pushed all of us to the front of the turn.
Yep.
So that we can kill the ads. And because of this, we have a free reign to do a lot of the things that we need to do. So
Yeah, it basically gives us time to prep.
yeah. So basically, also here, now that we've unlocked Galdi, it has 20 shields and it gains 2 shields, but that's not a problem. Don't worry.
I'm not worried, Sanjan.
Talk about how good this team for this fight is.
So again, we're going to do the same proc to push us back to the front. We're going to throw Decaying Dragon's Essence for 4 shields. Sure. And then we're going to weaken Galdi Waldi a little bit here. And again, hit 4 shields. And because of Temnos' latent power here, we can hit exactly 6 times with Elemental Barrage.
Wow.
22 shields, not a problem.
Easy. Elemental Barrage and Temenos is
Yeah,
so
Elemental
good.
Barrage is incredible. I use
didn't
it
know
all
about
the
that.
time.
I didn't know about that. I didn't think about that until
I didn't use that combo, but I always use Elemental Barrage for fish for
98,000
weakness.
damage, by the way.
And now from here, we almost did cap damage finally.
Yeah, you
Now
can't
from here,
cap
we're
damage.
basically going to spam Avers 3 times, so time's coming up extremely soon here, I should say. Oh, actually, I messed up.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oopsies. Okay, well, you know what? Y'all get to see the fight again. I got so into explaining something that I messed up this fight.
That is how particular this is.
Yeah.
Like, all of that was done so well, and we got through the first part, no problem. And then it's like, hey,
You just killed Throne already? Thank you.
you did one thing wrong,
Yeah.
you're done.
This fight is extremely precise, but the thing I did wrong there was I should not have used the Rev Jam on the second to last turn. But it's not. But y'all get to see the fight again,
I'm down.
and I'm pretty sure we're still very much underestimated, because like I gave a really generous estimate for this.
Oh, I mean, you've been flying through
Oh,
this
yeah.
run.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, this is a good time for a donation in here while we
Yeah.
get set up for the run again.
Sure. We just got $12 from Bram Hall the Fifth, who submitted the Wordle score of 4 out of 6.
Oh my god!
Classic.
Thank you so much for that awesome donation towards Able Gamers.
Thank you so much.
The world of donations are back in force.
Oh my god.
You guys have to see the spasms have done even faster.
True.
Yeah,
But
You guys have to explain
I think I did
stuff now.
forget to note some mechanics. So like basically those ads that the eye summons, if we hit them with something that it's not weak to, we basically get like a hit back damage, and that would instantly kill Chip. But because we broke them all, we basically get a.
It's fine.
It's
yeah.
fine. Basically, all of this is a. It looks scary, but this is fine. Type
Right,
deal.
it's all perfectly set up.
The reflex damage like messed me up on the
I
reel
know.
and the last fight of the main story.
The main story, it's so rough.
What do you think revitalized jam tastes like?
That's a good question.
There's different types of jams. There's a revitalizing gem, and there's a rejuvenating gem, which heals everything. Your BP, HP, SP. But we don't get it since we don't go to Rock Island. It's hidden behind good old Rock Island. You do get it in the standard Galdera route, though.
God, the pace of the menu in this game.
It's incredible.
Yeah, the really nice thing is that if you're good at menu, like it feels really fluid.
There's so little delay between individual menus.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And I should note too that you can do this also fast on the keyboard. Like it's just general preference.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing this on the controller, but some of the best runners have done this like on keyboard.
Makes sense.
Gow! All right, here's an important reminder for me: don't use the rev jam on.
Don't use the red jam, Sanjan.
Don't use the rev jam on the wrong turn.
Don't do it.
Use it, but not on the wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Honestly, Elemental Bomb Bottle, it's niche, but it's like incredibly
No,
good.
when you need it, it's really
Yeah. But yeah, also fun fact, the Lychee L just gives Oswald just enough BP.
Yeah.
All right,
Or
phase
LP.
2 again.
Yeah,
Here we
phase
go.
2 again. Do you like big damage numbers?
I love
Have the speed run for you. So Cassidy level 1 again. Just gonna do this a little more careful this time and not rush it.
You watch is also as Sanjan's items start to clear away because of the inventory you want here.
Oh my god.
What happened,
This game's too
Sanjan?
hard. I missed an input.
All good. There are so many things that you are doing in like 5 seconds. My brain can't even keep up with watching it, and you're the one doing it.
All right, Hikaru didn't even die in one hit. All right, I'm gonna focus
Hikaru's
this
built
time.
different.
What?
Hikari's built different.
Hikaru's
Yeah.
built different.
You can't take out Hikari.
For real, for real.
Hikaru's just built different. All right, I'm gonna do it this time. This time for sure. I will not mess
This time
up.
for sure. Absolutely.
Sorry, gamers.
So begins the tale of a gate.
Listen, you did like basically an hour and a half perfect run. For this to be your first, your first mess up, I think it's all good.
Yeah.
Speedrunning is hard.
Speedrunning's hard. Speedrunning is hard, especially when I have to explain something.
Yeah, you're doing a
But I'm
fantastic
gonna try not
job.
to explain it this time and just do it fast, because I think I've explained everything that I could.
You've explained everything really well, and it shows just how complex this battle system gets. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't have to use a lot of these mechanics at all. But
Oh my god, I'm messing up. Not like this. I should have done on Agnia. All right, this time for sure. 4th time's the charm.
this was a quick restart. We're chilling.
Yeah, this is a really quick restart.
Oswald was 13 health, just being like, I'm here.
He's here.
Just look around like,
Where'd everyone go? What's up?
Yeah, this fight is like 5 minutes. But messing is just really unfortunate. I think we'll hit just at the estimate, but like I gave myself a really generous estimate, and
It's a hard run.
yeah.
That's why you do it.
It's a hard run.
And Sanjan's been like at the top of this run
It's
for
just-
a really long
yeah.
time as well. Like you've some very impressive times in this category.
My real PB is actually a 108.
Yeah,
or
like
30.
That's
36.
incredible.
I mean, you can just see how long this fight goes on for. It is such a long fight, and there's just zero room for error.
Yeah, exactly, because it's been perfectly routed out from the very beginning of the run. Every single item you pick up is important. That's why RPG speedruns scare me. I am not an RPG speedrunner.
I am an RPG speedrunner, but
I love watching them.
But no game gives you access to the menus as fast as this one
Yeah,
does.
this is the menus in this.
The menus-
are
the
Pokemon
menuing is-
speedrunners wish.
Yeah, no, exactly. The menus in this are so also in Pokemon we have like 4 moves.
Yeah, exactly. There's not that much going on. This is like, hey, this is the real deal.
There's a little going on.
No.
You don't need to be okay.
No,
You're right.
You know, it's that simple.
You're right.
You just hit the tackle button. That's all it is.
Oh.
Yeah, I had to. like basically, well, all of this is just real kind of like memorization.
Yeah.
But like sometimes like your mind slips up, like because when you, especially when you have a lot going on.
I do not have the memory for something like this.
Yeah, I don't know. The fact that you're able to do it
It's very impressive.
without notes,
Yeah.
that's very impressive to me.
But yeah, hopefully I'll do this. I believe.
Absolutely.
I love when the eye is broken. It's just kind of like,
Yeah.
it's like,
It's just there. It's just trying. It's looking.
y'all see that?
私の番
All right.
All right,
Phase
Time for some more
2.
damage.
deal more damage moment.
Wait, I forgot it does this first.
No, it does this first.
I forgot it does that first.
Oh.
The voice lines are just the best.
Yeah, I guess since we have some time, I might as well give my shout outs here. Since I will do this. But I would like to give a special shout out to Quadricep and Ink for developing the original route for this because they put a lot of work into making sure it works. And into like the initial Galdi route is what you see here. And they did a lot of calculations and everything. Like they mapped out a lot of things and like learned a bunch of mechanics. And like within like 2 months or so, like we got a working really good Galdera route. So like huge special shout out to them. But I would also like to give a shout out to the Octopath community. They're awesome people. And they're very helpful and very willing to help like teach you the speed run.
Absolutely.
And we have like good resources for a lot of the routes.
What I love about Octopath speedrunning is like there's so many different categories you can do. There's the single story, there's the any percent, there's this. It's amazing. They do a great job.
これでよし
All right.
I'm doing this really quick now.
Things are going.
I love just the two of them just being like,
Over and over again. That is their whole job, is to just go.
Their whole job is just to press ale for it.
Yeah.
but hey, it's a
They do their job really well.
All right.
All right. Okay.
覚悟して
Rolling
I
the,
just throw a dragon at you.
yeah.
I hope you do.
Well, it's a dragon S.
It's a decayed dragon's essence.
I throw a part of the dragon at you.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I need to use the M this time.
Okay.
We did it.
All right.
Woo! All right. All right.
God, Avery's just so much damage.
I know.
All right.
Pausing.
Avery's number 2.
Aver's number 3.
Well, that was 3. I don't know how to count.
All right, we did it. Time's coming up soon. When the Spurring text ribbon shows up, that'll be when time is up. Only 2 cutscenes and time. Can I ask what the final time was?
Your final time, Sanjan, was 1 hour, 31 minutes, and 22 seconds.
That was with probably spending like 10 minutes on Galdera. So you know what? I'll take that.
We'll take that, absolutely.
But yeah, I've already sent my shout out, so like thank you very much. Especially thank you to my commentators here for being good moral support for me.
Thanks for having us.
You know, I didn't get to do this blindfolded, but y'all got to see like the really cool fight, and for me explaining it as well. And y'all got to see how hard it is to explain it and do a fight that requires precision. Like the fight needs to be precise. So, since that's pretty much all that I have. Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much for watching that incredible run, Octopath Traveler 2 by Sanjan, the Galdera run. That was amazing. Thank you, Sanjan, for that awesome technical feat. And we have one more donation to read. $15 from Addie Joe that says, paying my $5 Super Mario Wonder tax, plus a little extra for a chance at those adorable Shovel Knight plushies. Thank you so much, Addie Joe, for raising money towards Able Gamers. We're going to take a quick break and then be right back with more action. My name is AshSaidHi, and we'll see you shortly. Welcome back, everyone, to Games Done Quick Express, live at TwitchCon here in the Las Vegas convention. We have a couple more donations that I'd like to share with you. $100 from Deacon Blue Hype Train. I love that one. We also have a $20 donation from Fly on the Wall with no comment provided, but thank you so much for that awesome donation. And we also got a $15 donation from Raggeds with no comment provided, but thank you so much for donating to Able Gamers. My name is AshSaidHi. It has been a pleasure hosting for you today. I'll be back on Sunday, So I'll see you all then. Next up, we have an interview with Next up, we have the speed run, Super Meat Boy 106% with Shredberg. So stay tuned, and we will see you soon.
Aloha and welcome to GDQX at TwitchCon at Las Vegas Convention Center. My name is Kikuman Shoyu and I'll be joining you today as your host for the run with Shredbird on Super Meat Boy 106%. All right, we have a $106 donation by Camper. Good luck with the run, Shred. Crazy to be in the same room as the legend himself. Thank you, thank you. We got $10 from Failed Uplink. I want more Super Meat Boy. Well, it's gonna come up. All right, just got word that we are ready to start with the run. Again, this is Super Meat Boy 106% by Shredbird. Take it away.